Have you ever took the time, as you walk through the cities of New York, for example, and look at the faces around you and actually wonder what their life story is like? Are they actually living for God? Or is this woman that you're looking at a sex slave? We have no clue what their life story is. But if we actually take the time to get to know them and see what their life is, we can actually help them, even bring them to God.
Hello, my name is Kelsey, and this is my journey upon learning about human trafficking. My story probably isn't a lot different than yours. I really had no idea what it was before I started researching and writing this monologue. I couldn't possibly understand, but after watching testimony after testimony, God has transformed my heart for the least of these. In this monologue, I will be portraying two characters. One is a girl going to New York City, totally oblivious about what she's about to experience. The second is a girl enslaved in sex trafficking. It all began the New Year's Eve of 2015. This is the trip I've been waiting for. My first time in New York City. I could hardly contain myself. The lights, the stores, and the glamour. Everything I belong to experience, and more. Just before my friends and I headed out, my parents prayed for us. You know, the things parents normally pray for. Patience, vigilant eyes, and safety on the roads. But as the prayer came to a close, my dad prayed specifically that we would have a life-changing experience. I thought about what he said, but my attention was quickly blurred with the excitement in the moment. Later, when we finally arrived and got settled, we decided to walk around the city. Everything was how I imagined. The lights, the stores, even the glamour. But as I started to examine the faces around me, all of them seemed to look empty, looking for someone, something, anything to fill a void within. As we turned a corner, a girl stood, dressed scantily and looking chilled. As we neared the place where she stood, a car pulled up, blew their horn, motioning her to come. She looked terrified. She immediately ran to obey the man behind the wheel. As the car proceeded to leave, I noticed she dropped a notebook. I picked it up and quickly tried to return it. By this time, she was long gone. I slipped it in my purse, not knowing what to expect. After the trip had ended, I had time to read, to reflect, and read through the notebook. As I began to read, the first page terrified and haunted me. She had been tortured, raped, abused, and abandoned. As I continued to read, I couldn't keep the tears from flowing down my face. Those 4 words just kept echoing in my mind. Tortured, raped, abused, and abandoned. She was convinced she was a piece of trash. This wasn't just another day of some normal teenager. As I continued to read, I realized this was her life story. A hidden tragedy of brokenness and shame. I was 12 years old. Vulnerable. Had no one to turn to. My dad was drunk all the time. My mom left us when I was young. I hated my dad with a passion. As a child, he would sell my body for child pornography. My grandmother took me away from it all, but later died when I was 15. This was the day I became numb. Where would I go? Who would really care about me? Of course my father would take me back. He needed some way to submit his drinking habits. Day and night, he would have men come in and abuse me. They not only abused me physically, but emotionally and spiritually. They would threaten me, torture me, and tell me no one free. So here I am today, scarred and alone, waiting here for the next man to take me and have his thrill. Because I am absolutely worthless. I belong to no one. I feel so helpless. What can I do, Lord? As I began to research this topic, I realized these weren't just statistics. These were real people with real stories. I found there are more slaves now than any time in history. There are 30 million slaves. 70 to 80% are sex slaves. Sex trafficking is the second largest illegal criminal activity in the world. This isn't just happening in some far-off country or another city where we can forget and pretend it's not there. This could be in your neighborhood. This could be my friend. What am I going to do to help the least of these? Matthew 25:40 says, "And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto the least of these, my brethren, ye have done it unto me." So what will we do?
She was bought with a price. She's a priceless treasure to God who loves her.
Let's end this today.
We can start.